Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the QOTD Thursday Big Show. We have made it to the end of the week, and now we have our big weekly finale. Trish, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm sorry that Keith and Reid couldn't join us today. They could not find their matching white shirts, but you and I are here together.
Yes, and we have our matching white shirts, and so we are going to carry the team, and we're going to do great today. So in case you don't know what you are now watching, this is our Thursday Big Show. Basically, for QOTD, we ask a great question every single day that fans can answer by submitting video responses. We've had a new question put out every single day this week, and we have some wonderful responses from fans. And our sophisticated AI has selected 6 of the best answers from this week for each question. And now, during our Thursday Big Show, you watching right now will have the opportunity to vote for which answer you think is the best for each question, and then which answer is the best overall. So it's like the champion for the whole week across all these questions. It's a lot of power, and with great power comes great responsibility. So if you want to participate, you can go to BeOnTheAir.com to vote along, and you can also learn how to record your own answer so you can participate in next week's show. But that is next week, and now we have this week. So Trish, what prompts do we have coming for this week? Do you have any hints?
Well, this week's theme is stages. So we've been talking about the Super Bowl stage, but we're also talking about location and career stages, and generally speaking, the stages of life.
Oh, good hints. I think a little cryptic, a little like, what is it going to be? But definitely knowing the questions, they're good hints. They're good hints.
It all makes sense to you. It all come around.
Exactly. Well, I think we have a good introduction, so I think we can get into the show. So let's do it without further ado. Let us begin with question 1.
Okay. Instead of a burial, why not be composted? It's eco-friendly, but is it for you? Human composting.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of human composting before this question, but it feels like, I mean, honestly, it seems like it would be a good thing to do. I mean, we talk about it being sustainable, which I think it definitely is, but it's definitely unconventional too.
Oh, definitely. And we had so many different answers. Oh my gosh. People are just like one way or the other, or like, I kind of don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a good argument. It's like, once you've kind of kicked the bucket, I'm not going to be using my body for anything. So might as well put it to some good use, help some plants grow.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think generally speaking, people were okay with it as long as it wasn't being turned into like food that other people were going to eat. That's where it got a little bit hairy for people.
Yeah, that's honestly a good point. It's like, would I be comfortable being composted knowing I would become broccoli and like someone's salad? Or like, what if like I was like used as compost to grow lettuce that was infected with E. coli, and then they was served at like Chipotle. Like, that would be kind of sad. And I think it's like the poetic side. There's definitely like, oh, it's like a second life. You're helping a plant come to life. But what if it's like an invasive species in New Jersey, and suddenly people are like trying to kill you again?
It might not be for you, JJ. It might not be.
Well, I think we've talked about this for a while. It was our question from Friday, so I think we've covered it very much so. So I think we can get into some fan answers that are coming in right at this very moment. Let's see what people had to say about this.
I think it's interesting, but I wouldn't find a problem with it. It will be up to the person who's being buried beforehand. I think it could save a lot of space when it comes to graveyards, and we can use that area to do other things. We come from the earth, we go back to the earth. It's the circle of life.
Makes sense. Yeah, I heard about cemeteries sort of being overcrowded.
Well, in my culture, we already burn the dead bodies, so I think it should be good to compost the dead bodies, so it will be beneficial for the earth too.
Yeah, honestly, burning a dead body is also pretty good.
I think that's interesting. I'm sure that'll be really cool for certain people. I don't think everyone will agree with that, but I think it's a cool idea. I mean, hey,
Yeah, it's definitely very niche. Hadn't heard about it before this, so. But, you know, people will warm up to it, maybe. There's an opportunity for that.
I think that that's really a great idea. I think it's sustainable, and I'm certainly not going to be doing anything with my body once I'm done with it, so it may as well be reused.
It's kind of my attitude.
Yeah. Good sustainable mindset. Reuse.
I think
recycle,
that
reuse.
this could actually be a great idea. It kind of reminds me of how when you can sign up to be an organ donor on your driver's license, you can also sign up to be composted and help distribute your nutrients back to the earth. It could be a really great idea.
That's an excellent idea.
I was going to say, that's so smart. Thinking it through. Wow. I mean, some really great answers today. I'm not envious of the fans having to vote for this. Speaking of voting, if you want to go to BeOnTheAir.com, you can vote for all of these. You can vote for your favorite of these answers to let us know who should move on and be eligible to become the champion for the whole week. Once again, you can go to BeOnTheAir.com and click one of the blue boxes beneath these answers. And if you don't see blue boxes, that is because you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, which, hello, viewers. So you let us know who you would want to vote for. We got some really great answers, some very logical arguments here.
Yeah, this is interesting because there wasn't a flat out no.
That's true. Yeah, it was a lot of like maybe, and it depends on the person, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I love the
We did have a
positivity.
lot of fans who were absolutely Jana. And she just said, hey, why not?
Yeah, no, I think she mentioned it was like in a lot of cultures, you're already burning dead bodies. There are some ceremonies that are sort of not burial. So why not add composting into the mix?
Hey, there we go. Into the mix. You're so funny, JJ.
That wasn't a deliberate one.
Yeah. It kind of leads into our next question, us talking about what happens after we go, right? And we were wondering about reincarnation. If reincarnation is a thing, what animal would you like to be reincarnated as?
Yes, so it's kind of like the step after the decomposition step.
Yes, exactly. So I thought this was such a good question, but I couldn't decide what animal I would want to be if I were reincarnated. So last night I was thinking about things and I took one of those online quizzes to find out what the internet experts thought. So I went through all these questions and the answer I got was that I would be reincarnated as a deer. And it said it's because I'm graceful and gentle and elegant.
Yay!
I am 0 for 3 on those descriptors. And it also said that I'm not very confident and that I shy away from situations where I'm front and center. And I think everyone at QOTD would agree that that's a false narrative.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I thought it was so funny. But also here, I mean, like, you know that I'm going to die by gun violence or being hit by a car. So, you know, that's fun.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's definitely ironic that it's like, oh, you're not a person who likes to be on camera. Meanwhile, high viewers in front of like hundreds of people every week. So.
Literally what I do for a living.
And also, I mean, I personally will say you are very graceful. You are very elegant. So
I can't imagine how many times you have to mute out something that I dropped in the background or something that just almost fell on my head.
Never. You're always perfect. You're doing an incredible job. Well, I think that's an amazing answer. I think we have some fan answers coming in. So let's see what animals they would want to be. Once again, we have the entire animal kingdom. So there's a lot of options here. I'm very excited to see what they chose.
If I could be reincarnated into any animal, I'd probably have to go with the sloth because I just want to sleep. I want to be up in the trees. I want to be swinging. I want to be just like chilling all day long, hanging up there, sleeping. Beautiful. That's my life. That's what I want to be reincarnated as, a sleepy sloth.
I like it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Just hanging
I've
there.
actually been thinking about this a lot. An eagle. I've seen streams of like video cameras connected to eagles flying over cities, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'd love to see the Earth from a bird's eye view, literally. And I mean, there's nothing else you want. I mean, they live like 40 years, so I could do 40 years, you know? I don't want to be like a 150-year-old tortoise. Like, no, a bird that can fly. I want to fly.
Zach is here for a good time, not a long time.
I think I would want to be recorded as like an eagle or like a hawk. Like, something, a predator in the sky that would kind of live like a long time and just see everything from a different perspective. Yeah.
He's already got the squawk down.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
If I were to be reincarnated as an animal, I would probably be a bird, specifically a parrot or a macaw who would live somewhere tropical so that there'd be nice weather and so that I could fly anywhere that I wanted to.
A lot of birds.
Yeah, but aren't macaws extinct?
I was born the year of the tiger, so I've always liked tigers, always thought they were super cool. I have heard, however, that they're endangered, so maybe not the best situation. So this could be a lame answer, but I honestly think I'd rather just be reincarnated as another human again.
Oh.
Good options, either tiger or human.
If I had to come back as any animal, it would definitely be a panda. A red panda, regular panda, it doesn't matter. I want to become a panda. Want to know why? Because pandas don't do anything. They just sit there, relax, and mind their business. And that seems like the most perfect life. And they get catered to, like, very well, mind you. So I would definitely love to come back as a panda.
Smart.
They are the cutest.
They are. They're so cool. And they just sit up in trees and they eat bamboo. It's great. Well, we have some really great answers here. A lot of bird answers. So you can start voting. Now you can click the blue buttons underneath these answers to let us know which answer you think should move on to the final round. So we have some eagles, we have macaw, we have a tiger, we have a panda, and a sloth. Not in that order. I think it's sloth, eagle, bird, human or tiger, panda. In that order.
Nice job, JJ. You are 100%.
Thank you. Yes, so go to BeOnTheAir.com if you are not already there and get to voting.
Oh, who's it going to be?
I know.
I kind of like sloth.
A sloth is a really good answer. They're so fun. I will say, I don't know if it's an omen, but as I was looking out my window, a bird did fly by my window, so.
Oh, it's going to be a bird then, for sure. Was it a macaw?
No, it was a crow. Imagine, it was just a bald eagle.
Oh, it is the sleepy sloth. Congratulations, elections.
I mean, you just get to sleep. You just get to hang out and vibe. I think I saw a nature documentary where it was like a sloth had algae all over its fur, so it was green. It's just, you just vibe and hang out. It's so fun.
Well, there aren't any sloths in my hometown. I'm not sure about how it's going in Jersey there, where they live. But speaking of hometowns, it seems like everybody's left one. Maybe they've come back. Maybe they're still living there. But if you ever left your hometown, we were wondering, what do you miss most or least about it? And everybody has an opinion about this one.
Yes, they do. I think the don't part is extremely interesting because I think it's all about like, home is where the heart is and stuff like that. But home is also where a lot of drama comes from.
100%. And it's really interesting. I've lived in a big city. I grew up in Phoenix, lived in Jersey for a while. I lived in a really small town in upstate New York, but it's kind of all the same. So even in the big cities, you've got like your neighborhood, or you've got your little community, and there is always that just little underlying element of cattiness or gossip, or somebody's kind of always on the outs on the block. You know what I mean? Somebody didn't paint their house the right color. So I think that hometown doesn't necessarily have to be a small town.
That's true. Although I will say, I don't know if cities have like homeowners associations, though. That would get on you about that. The house.
Yeah, you happen to live in a place that's pretty strict.
Well, actually, I mean, it could be stricter. I have heard of places, though, across the country where the homeowners associations get wildly strict. It's weird to hear about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some answers coming in from fans about what they do or don't miss about their hometowns. I think there might be a lot of food answers today. Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. So we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Well, my town's in Europe, and I loved it. Thatch roofed houses, and a small movie theater that served food while you sat around round tables. That's all the rage now. That was happening a long time ago for me.
Oh, is that a tear?
Yeah, I think he misses it.
My hometown is the Bronx, New York. I'm living in upstate New York right now, and the main difference between the two is the late night food. I miss going out at 2 a.m. to get a chimichurri from the truck, or, go downtown and have dinner at 11 p.m. It was
definitely an upstate problem. I agree with you, Angelina.
My hometown is Los Angeles. I still live here, so I'm not missing too much. But there's one thing that I do like about it is the beach. It's a great place to go any day and have just a nice day.
Yeah, my parents used to live in California, and I am envious of the beaches.
Mm-hmm. So being from New Orleans, something I really miss is the cooking and the people. Like, being from New Orleans is one of those things. You love the Cajun and the Creole cooking. So if you don't miss that, something is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. Love the South.
I haven't been to New Orleans
currently
yet.
I'm in Los Angeles, but my hometown is back in New Jersey. And I guess the thing I miss most about it is snow. I haven't seen snowfall in about 3 years since I got to college, and that's definitely a really nice thing in the winter, be able to go out, build a snowman, go sledding, so definitely miss that.
Oh my God. Have you seen like the first snow things when people like go to college and they haven't seen snow yet?
Yeah. My hometown is Arlington, Texas, and the thing I miss most about it are a lot of friends that were left behind. Friends. Yeah, that's the thing I miss the most.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, Quinn, clearly that kid didn't grow up having to shovel out his driveway, or he would be happy not to have that snow. My sister left New York for Los Angeles, and she always doesn't miss it, not a day of it, because we always had snow chores that we had to do.
Oh my God, no! When I lived in Massachusetts, also a little bit up north. I remember distinctly when I lived off campus one year, I had to shovel my sidewalk and driveway. I was like, this sucks. I don't like this. Well, that is just one of our many incredible answers for today. I think a few feud ones. So if you want to vote for Per K, who grew up in Europe and just misses that, Angelicia, who misses the late night cooking, Craig, who misses the sun, Andre, the cooking and the people, Quinn, the snow, and Matt, just friends, you can go to BeOnTheAir.com, click the blue buttons, and vote for your favorite one.
I kind of hope that Per wins. He got a tear in his eye there about his European hometown.
I know, that was so sweet.
I know, but I don't know. I love Andre's answer, honestly. Cajun and Creole, right, baby?
Yes, I need to have that food eventually.
Oh, I know.
It sounds so good.
Oh, who's it gonna be? We want to see your European hometown, Per. If you have any video footage of it when you go back to visit, please share it with us at QOTD.
Yes, no, we always talk about like showing us your pets. If you can incorporate into a future video, like a little Polaroid of a house or with that movie theater with the food that they serve.
Yes. That'd be so cute.
Oh, I also remember I have a story about late night cooking in New York City.
Really?
And I think it would be very fun. So I went to a party one time in the city, and it was a party of like probably 20 or 30 people. And at the end of the party, my friend who came with me to the party was like, I think we should all go and get tacos. And it was like a point in the party where it was kind of a lull, and there was a taco truck down the street. And so literally everyone in the party left the party and went to go get tacos. And I think we boosted that truck's business up so much because it was like just a long line of just everyone who was like, I could go for a taco tonight. So late night cooking is definitely a huge thing for me.
Yes. Oh, those poor people though on the food truck. They were like, what is happening? I'm quite sure. But having a food truck would be a good job, JJ. Wouldn't be a bad gig, right? But it's not really embarrassing. And there are a lot of embarrassing jobs out there. And that's what our next question is all about. We wanted to know, what's the most embarrassing job you've ever had? Yeesh. There's a lot out there. That image right there of like being one of the people that's on the street in Florida, that's a huge thing where they hold up the cellular signs and things. That's not a Jersey thing, right?
I don't think it is. I think we just have like the signs, but we not like the signs at like a strip mall, like kind of just like hanging there. I don't think I've seen a lot of people like doing the flipping.
Right. But just outside your neighborhood, you guys have like 10 Elmos on every busy corner.
That's true. Yeah, we have like 10 Elmos. We have 7 Captain Americas. We have a couple Spider-Men.
They're all dirty uniforms too. It's like, guys, come on.
Yeah. No, I think that is honestly I don't know if it's like embarrassing because I think it's like the grind. I'd respect it, but it definitely, I don't know if I have like the willpower and strength to be that social and to like go up to people and initiate conversations like that.
Embrace other people's children. Yeah, I get it.
As a person who did children's theater, I still don't think I'd be able to work with kids well. Yeah, well, I mean, that is definitely a very good job, but I think we have some really good answers in here, some really good stories too. So let's see what fans have to say on this one.
Scary or embarrassing? I'm not really sure, but I once lived in Paris and I got a job dressing us up as Uncle Sam and standing in the American Express and answering questions about the United States to French people who were curious in French. Well, that was scary.
The U.S.
He's an
ambassador.
interesting guy.
He is.
I want to meet this guy.
The most embarrassing job I had was running the changing rooms in Macy's Herald Square. It was just chaotic, and the demands I got from people was pretty ridiculous.
I can imagine.
Dressing room, no.
My most embarrassing job was taking out the trash at Dunkin' Donuts. I would have to do it in front of everybody in the driveway, and the trash was really big, and it would be dripping juice from the bottom. It was really nasty, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's right, Alana.
No, that's ew.
So I wouldn't say it was the job itself that was incredibly embarrassing, but I was just very not good at one part of it. I was a photographer and had to do studio sessions with kids, and I'm not good with kids, and so more often than not, they ended up crying.
You'll never make it as an Elmo on Times Square. I get it.
Probably would have to be shoveling manure.
Okay. Enough said.
That's the job you like hear about. You never have people do
The most embarrassing
it.
job I ever had was as a birthday hostess at like a little kids play area that was attached to an ice rink. And inherently that is not embarrassing, but when the parents requested that the polar bear mascot make an appearance, that was me.
Well,
it's really funny. Everybody talking about kids is like, I don't know if it's embarrassing or horrifying. Like, and working with kids, it's tough.
Yeah. As a person who's done kids theater and literally had to perform a show, a full 30-minute show that we like did original content for, perform in front of a little kid who cried almost the entire time.
Oh,
crying kids are not fun.
No. Happy kids are barely fun.
Well, we have once again some incredible answers to this question. We have a lot of kids. We also just have a lot of really good stories. But so do you want to vote for Perquet, who was the US to France ambassador for the embassy practically? Do you want to vote for Tracy, who managed a Macy's changing room? Alana, who worked at Dunkin' Donuts? Amanda, who was making kids cry? Jace, who was shoveling manure? Or Alexis, who was a polar bear at an ice skating rink? Go to BeOnTheAir.com. Let us know what embarrassing job you would definitely not want to have.
Oh gosh, the polar bear on the ice skating. I don't know. These are good.
Oh, you really, once again, you cannot go wrong. I think it's a lot of really good stories, and it's like the stories are really sometimes what makes the job cringy. It's never like the job itself.
I know. And when Alana was talking about the Dunkin' Donuts. Whoa, you're
again, a second time.
RAI loves Paris Answers and our fans.
True. What were you going to say about Alana?
Oh, I was going to say it's really funny, a job like that, when she was saying that she had to take the garbage out like in front of everybody. And when you're sitting in that Dunkin's line, it's like, oh, and there's the garbage girl, and you have nothing to do because you're sitting in line. So of course you're just watching them go about their business. Like, it really is embarrassing.
All eyes are on you. Oh, well, that's a probably good thing about phones is like some eyes are on you. Some eyes just might be like on Instagram or TikTok. So
that's true.
could be worse. Could be worse.
Well, speaking of could be worse, let me think. No, it could be better. That's where we want to go with this one. We're talking about jobs and working again. And could it be better if you owned your own business? If you owned your own business, we wanted to know. We asked our fans, what would it be? And if you do own a small business already, we want to know what it is.
Yeah, no, this is definitely better, kind of having the power is in your hands with a small business a little bit. I thought I would have a better one because I think last time I said like content creator, and I thought I would have a better business by today, but I don't know if I do.
I want to know, like, where are all the appliance repair people? I have like 3 friends right now, and there's nobody to fix the washer, or the fridge, or the dishwasher. Like, is that not a thing anymore? I think somebody needs to start a small business for that.
No, I think
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I think I read an article the other day about sort of that topic where it's like, there's very few people doing the trade work, like the plumbing, the repairs. Yeah. And it's like, that is actually a great idea. Because it's like, if you do that work, there's so few people doing it, you could make bank.
Yeah, I agree. You'd be busy year round.
Exactly. What were you going to say?
I'm going to say also like a late teen daycare, like kids who are really almost old enough to stay home on their own, but really not quite, and definitely too old for a babysitter, like a YMCA type place, but maybe you have like a computer lab in there where you would have some tutoring services with the pickleball court, something like that. I always thought that would be a really interesting thing if somebody did that on a big scale.
Oh, that's so smart. Yeah, it makes me think at one time I was on a cruise ship and they kind of had that deal where it was like I was like probably like 10 at the time, and they had like a little day camp or like a night camp for all like the 10 and 11-year-olds to just like have fun and play around. And that allowed the parents to like go out and have fun and like kind of let go of the kids for a little while.
Yeah. Just think if they could get all their homework done before dinner, before you pick them up, and you could just enjoy your time together. I don't know. I don't want to run it, but I'm just saying, I think it'd be a good idea.
It's like, I don't want to do it, but if you are out there and you need a small business idea, if this sounds up your alley,
we're full of great ideas here at QOTD.
Yes, make sure to give Trish her flowers and credit when you take it and it becomes the biggest business ever.
It's all you guys.
Well, I think we have some small businesses coming in from fans. I think we do have a lot of people who have small businesses already. So let's see if we have some of those existing businesses in there.
If I were to own a small business, it would be a bookstore, because I just love reading books, and working in a bookstore as a small business owner would be a dream come true. And that's why if I were to own a small business, it would be a bookstore.
Nice idea. Be a very quiet,
So
calm.
as far as a small business, I actually have one, and I guess you could consider it my dream small business, and it is a mobile notary business. So basically, I'm the person that comes out to different nursing homes. I also go to different closings. I come to any and everywhere. If someone isn't mobile or they have a hard time getting appointments at the bank, I'm the person that they call out to their house. So it's a dream business for sure. I started this during COVID and I absolutely love it.
Genius.
What does notary do again?
If I were to own a small business, I think I would let it be a restaurant so that I can make a lot of good food for everyone to come and eat and enjoy all the wonderful tastes of food.
Restaurants are fun and a lot of hard work.
Yes.
If I was to own a small business, it would have to be something along the lines of a seafood spot, that serves something very specific, maybe lobster tails or crabs. Why? Seafood is delicious. Everybody loves seafood. It would be booming. I would get to spend my days just fishing, catching stuff, cooking it, and just serving customers. So for me, it would be a seafood shack right by the beach.
I'm there.
Same. Make my reservation now.
I don't own a small business, but if I did, I think I would do a 24-hour fast food restaurant. I would do a menu that consists of boba tea, milkshakes, pizzas, funnel cakes, just kind of a variety of different things. And I think my inspiration for this is I'm a night owl, and I love snacking.
I'm there.
Absolutely.
Let's see, a small business. I love fashion, so I feel like I would love to have like a little fashion business. Maybe like fashion for babies, because I love little kids. And I would also love to somehow incorporate it being like a dog and cat adoption place where like you can adopt a cat while you're like looking for clothes. Kind of like a cat cafe, I guess. But I feel like that's not really a small business. I feel like that would be more of like a full-time thing, because if there's like live animals, I'd have to be there taking care of them. I mean, I would have workers probably, but yeah.
It's a strip mall and a shop.
Yeah. It's a lot of ideas combined into one there, but I love it.
Exactly. And hey, I mean, people were probably thinking like, oh, a cat cafe, that's like too many businesses in one, and now it's an extremely popular business idea. So
yeah,
could be on the forefront of something great. I think we have some really good answers, so make sure to go to BeOnTheAir.com and vote for your favorites. We have Wei, who's doing a bookstore, very quiet and quaint. Miss Campbell, who is already a notary, has a notary business. Andrew, who wants to run a restaurant. Hector, who wants to run a seafood restaurant. Michael, who's doing a 24-hour food restaurant. And Becca, who's doing like a fashion cat cafe sort of hybrid business. So go over to BeOnTheAir.com and let us know your thoughts and vote using those blue buttons.
Oh man, now I want seafood.
I know. I'm kind of hungry.
I know.
Oh yeah, notary. So is it like, I know a notary, like, is that what, I don't even know what a notary does. I forget.
Yeah. So they're the people that testify that you are actually signing this document, that you are who you say you are, that your identification is. Oh, Miss Campbell with her mobile notary.
Yay! What is a notary? A winner.
We were just talking about you, Miss Campbell, funny enough.
Yes, we were. Oh my gosh. Isn't that funny how it happens? We're always talking about the answers and then they end up winning. We're speaking into existence.
Talk about winning the lottery, want to?
It's like, I think the winner today is me winning $100 million. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, if you're living near Miss Campbell, make sure to use her notary business, I guess.
That's right. And congratulations. Well, let's see. There's two of us here on screen, a dynamic duo, if you will. And if you could choose any two people that you would want to headline the Super Bowl show, the halftime show, who would you choose? I should say. It could be two bands. It could be two random artists. We asked our fans and we got some crazy different answers from people. I really enjoyed this question.
Oh, same. Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I know that Reid said there was like, who was it? Prince and Michael? No, Prince and Queen. Which
Prince and Queen, Freddie Mercury. That's right, Queen. Yes.
How can you compete with that? That's such a good answer.
I know. She was talking about it. If you guys saw our recap show yesterday, Reid was talking about this, and none of us, we were just kind of stunned. It was like, oh, okay, that's the best answer in the whole world. Now we're done.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Mic drop, for sure.
No, I mean, I can't remember the last time we had like a really, I feel like recently it's always been just one band or one performer. I feel like it was J-Lo and Shakira, yes. That was really good.
Yes, it was like Power Girl Latina show. I loved it.
Yes. As it should be. I'm trying to think. I feel like mine would be, maybe like a mixing and matching of like one of the big rappers like Cardi B. Oh, we have someone in the comments on YouTube talking about add Elvis Trenton. Oh, so we got Elvis, Freddie Mercury, and Prince, the King, the Queen.
I love that.
That's so good. Thank you. Yes, if you are on YouTube or Twitch, send in your answers in the chat too. We would love to hear from you. Yeah. Do we have some fan answers coming in? So let's see what the fans have to say on this very important topic.
Two artists I would choose for the halftime show would be Rihanna and BTS. I think they'll put on a very big and large show with amazing performances. Yeah, I think it would be very amazing and fun to watch and see.
Rihanna says Rihanna. Bring her on.
Exactly. We're halfway there.
The two people that I think would make the best Super Bowl show would be, neither one of them are here. It would have to be Prince and Michael Jackson. Everyone loved Prince and Michael, so that would be very epic, very memorable, and
imagine that show. Like, it could go on for days,
All right, so
literally.
I think Bruno Mars and Earth, Wind, and Fire together will be the most epic Super Bowl slam jam ever. Like, you need those two in there, those two groups, and bam, they would straight kill it. The vibe will be amazing.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a great idea, those two. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I had to pick any two people to perform at the Super Bowl, it would be Dolly Parton and Missy Elliott. I mean, it's country and rap. How much better could it be? Let's make that happen.
Oh my gosh. Dolly would have a ball with that. She would be such a...
If I could choose two artists to be in the Super Bowl halftime show, I would choose Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers, because Metallica always puts on a show. They're loud, they're fun, they're exciting. And then Red Hot Chili Peppers because Anthony Kiedis.
because Anthony Kiedis.
The most epic Super Bowl halftime show would have to be Dolly Parton and Britney Spears. Two ladies from the South bringing sass and class and so much energy and the most amazing show. I can
bringing blonde to the bowl game. I love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there were some really good ideas.
I know. God, if these people that submitted these answers were in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show, we would have it would be incredible. It would be amazing.
Yeah, there would be nothing else on TV, literally. Cable, streaming, everything would be the Super Bowl. If any one of these ideas came to fruition, I love it, including Elvis.
Yes, definitely including Elvis. Well, now we have the impossible task of selecting one of these answers. So if you're not on BeOnTheAir.com, you should head over there and click those blue buttons. Are you voting for Rihanna, who says Rihanna and BTS? Are you doing Angel, who said Michael Jackson and Prince? Are you doing Andre, who said Earth, Wind and Fire and someone else?
And Bruno Mars.
Oh my God. And Bruno Mars. Are you doing Christina, who said Dolly Parton and Missy Elliott? Ethan, who said Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers? Or Tracy, who said, who did Tracy say again?
Dolly Parton and Britney Spears, baby.
Oh my God. So I cannot choose. But you have to head over there and do that. So please do. Let us know.
Oh goodness. I don't know who I would vote for.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's such a difficult decision, but it must be made. We must whittle it down.
But we had two people want Dolly Parton in there. Dolly, Miss Dolly, if you're listening. You are in. Oh, Angel. Prince and Michael Jackson.
No words. Yes. Yes.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of stars, our next question, in honor of this very special day, JJ, do you know the date today?
I do. It is the one and only May the 4th. Be with you.
So this is a shout out to all of our Star Wars fans. Happy May 4th. And our question was, if you lived upon the Death Star, what would your job be?
This is I think we had a lot of really creative answers to this one. I would say I would probably be an executive assistant, because I feel like I would be the person who's like walking in on the meetings where it's like it gets very tense and Darth Vader is like yelling at someone or like making an impassioned speech, and I'm just like, here's your coffee, or like, oh sorry, can you repeat that? I'm doing like the meeting minutes.
Mr. Vader, are you available Tuesday at 2?
It's like you had this battle, but you also have like this meeting with this Sith Lord at like 4 p.m. So we need to like head out. It's like I know your mentor is here, but the stormtroopers had like a union meeting and they want to talk with you about their contracts. Well, I think we have some answers coming in. I'm trying to think of like a good Star Wars pun off the top of my head. These are the answers you're looking for, I predict.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Let's see what.
Let's take a Wookiee.
I feel like on the Death Star, my job would be chef, because I'd just be straight cooking it up for all the Death Star employees. They know me by name, make the best pizza. On Fridays, I'm making soup on Tuesday, 5-bean soup on the Death Star. They love it. They know me. And, no one can get mad at the chef if you're cooking up all the time. So that's why I'd be on the Death Star. I'd be chef.
5-bean soup on the Death Star.
My job on the Death Star will be to be an observer and watch it.
Oh. Okay.
I feel like for some reason I'd be that guy who's like right below Vader in commanding force, and I'd like say something that Vader doesn't like, and then he just like just lifts me up into the air to where I just can't breathe, and then I die. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that would happen to me, you know? Like, I really would get choked out by Vader.
And maybe you'd be composted and then you'd come back as a Wookiee.
Trash man. I feel like if the Death Star needed some sort of PR consultant, I could step in for that role. I know that they're in a galaxy far, far away, so I don't know what kind of social media system they have in place there. But you gotta think that their image is clearly not too good, especially from the Rebels' point of view. So if they hired me, I think I could help shape their image, turn things around for them.
That's a good one.
That's
yeah,
easy. I'll be an accountant because we're kind of the most valuable in the Star Wars universe. You know, besides Jedi, besides everybody else who's going to keep up with all the taxes and the liens and all the financial situations on the Death Star. You know that costs money, so you're going to need an accountant. So I will be an important part to the Death Star.
How much do you think property taxes are in space? I'm just curious.
Do they have like a DSIRS, the Death Star Internet? No, the DRRS, the Death Star Revenue Service. They have TurboTax on the Death Star.
Right.
Well, we have some really amazing answers to today's question. You can go to this. This is today's question, by the way. So So now it's time to go to BeOnTheAir.com and vote. So would you want to vote for Ill Options, who wants to be a chef? Ayala Bailey, who wants to be a watcher of the Death Star, make sure everything is going smoothly. Zach, who's the right-hand man to Darth Vader. Emma, who is trash. Trash man. You're not trash. You would be a trash man. Phoebe, who's a PR consultant, and Panzer Saturn, who would be an accountant. Lots of, I think with this, they have basically run the gamut of jobs on the Death Star.
Yeah. I don't know, baby. We got some 5-bean soup coming their way. Sounds pretty good.
Delicious. And no one wants to come for the chef on the Death Star.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a pretty safe option. As opposed to Zach, who is like, yeah, I'm just going to get choked out by Vader. The Observer.
Oh, the Watcher, the all-seeing eye. Making sure no one is doing anything bad.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes, no, I think we have some really great answers, though. And I think with that, we have like a full Death Star workforce. Okay, not bad. Well, I think the time has come. That was the last question of the week. We have all 7 done. So I think now it is time for the championship round, what we have been working for all this week. We have all 7 of our best answers to each question, and now they are going to compete against each other in a battle royale smackdown to see who is going to be the champion for the entire week, who gets the bragging rights.
So excited.
I know. We have some really good competitors coming into this. I think we should do a quick recap just to let people know what questions we have, what answers have won so far, so that way they can make very educated decisions. Want to get into it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Scary or embarrassing? I'm not really sure, but I once lived in Paris and I got a job dressing us up as Uncle Sam and standing in the American Express and answering questions about the United States to French people who were curious in French. Well, that was scary.
Perke is answering what's the most embarrassing job you've ever had.
My job on the Death Star would be to be an observer and watch it.
Okay. Okay. Ayala Bailey is answering, what would your job be on the Death Star?
If I could be reincarnated into any animal, I'd probably have to go with the sloth because I just want to sleep. I want to be up in the trees. I want to be swinging. I want to be just like chilling all day long, hanging up there, sleeping. Beautiful. That's my life. That's what I want to be reincarnated as, a sleepy sloth.
So, Ill Options is answering the question, if you could be reincarnated as an animal, would you come back
Two people
as?
that I think would make the best Super Bowl show would be, neither one of them are here. It would have to be Prince and Michael Jackson. Everyone loved Prince and Michael, so that would be very epic, very memorable, and
Angela's answering the question, what would your
in
dream
my culture,
pastime
we
be?
already burn the dead bodies, so I think it should be good to compost the dead bodies, so it will be beneficial for the earth too.
Okay, Sujana is answering the question, would you want to be composted?
So
instead
as
of
far
buried?
as a small business, I actually have one. And I guess you could consider it my dream business, dream small business. And it is a mobile notary business. So basically I'm the person that comes out to different nursing homes. I also go to different closings. I come to any and everywhere. If someone isn't mobile or they have a hard time getting appointments at the bank, I'm the person that they call out to their house. So it's a dream business for sure. I started this during COVID and I absolutely love it.
Nice. So Ms. Campbell is answering the question, if you had a small business, what would it be? But if you already have a small business, what is it? And she's answering the latter part of the question. Well, I think we have reviewed all of the answers, the top answers to this week's questions. And so now the time has come for you to vote on the champion of the week, the best of the best of the best of the best. Let's do it.
Of the best.
Of the best. So make sure to go to BeOnTheAir.com, click those blue buttons, and let us know your thoughts. We had a good week this week, I think.
Oh.
So many good answers.
Yeah, this was a really great collection of questions this week.
Oh, so good. Yeah. And I think it was a great mix of like the serious, the funny. There was some like personal. Oh, Sujana, congratulations.
Yay. That is amazing. This was a really great set this week. I loved it.
Oh, truly.
And another set next week. It's going to be perfect.
Yes. Congratulations. That was an amazing answer. Yeah, can't say anything else about it. And then I think that's the final review of that question is composting is a very valid form of alternative burial.
Yeah. So our fans liked voting on the more serious question this week.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Well, I think we can close the case on this week's questions. I think, though, we do have another week coming up, and another week means another set of questions.
That's right. I'm so excited about next week, and I'll just give you a few clues about what the questions are going to be about. We're talking about aging in place, advanced degrees, articulate animals, and almost famous.
Almost. Oh, that's a good mix of questions. I'm excited to hear what they are.
Yeah.
Also, Sonic the Hedgehog in the chat says, how does it sound? Oh, thank you, Sonic the Hedgehog, for the compliments. This was an amazing show, truly. And it's going to be, speaking of, it's going to be another amazing show next week because those questions they're going to knock it out of the park. I'm so excited to see what
you're really going to like it.
Yes, yes. Well, I think we have done what we came here to do. We have some answers. You all have your inspiration to answer the questions for next week. Those go live actually tonight at 12 p.m. GMT, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you head over to BeOnTheAir.com and get answering very quickly.
Yes, please join us on the air. We'd love to feature you next Thursday on our next Big Show.
Yes, no, we would definitely love to do that. Definitely go and submit some recordings. I think without further ado, Trish, it was great to do this show with you. You will have Keith and Reid coming back in the future, so stay tuned for that.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.